potential audience of 6 billion people, it don't get much bigger than this. Manchester's Kickin' S, the new Sunset Radio.
And now, another chance to hear edited highlights from the 2013 National Cup Final for men between Bristol Academy Flyers and Leeds Carnegie. We joined the game with 5 minutes left to play in regulation.
On the ball, Enrique Garcia gets it to Street. Robles goes to work. Beautiful crossover. Doesn't get the basket. Marsden with another rebound. Gives it up. Now Stannard, the outlet. Henry Wilkins has it. Wilkins gets it back to Ajamobi, who goes back to Wilkins. Marsden sets the pick. Now Stannard gets it to Marsden down low. Marsden goes to work. 2 points. 19 personal, leads all scorers. Now it's a 7-point ball game. Interesting, very interesting. On the ball, Enrique Garcia for the Bristol Academy Flyers. Street puts up a 3-ball. Is good! Greg Street is on fire. 17 personal. His last 4 scores have been from outside the arc. It's back to a 10-point game. And Henry Wilkins turns it over. Street pulls it out of the air. He's off and running. Street takes it strong for 2. Well, if they win this, they owe it to Greg Street, no doubt about it. He now has 19 personal, equal game high with Robert Marsden. 4 minutes left to play now. It's a 12-point ball game. Carnegie got it back to 7, I think it was. And now, Nebo to Marsden. Marsden in the paint, kicks it out. Ajamobi with the head fake, puts it up for the long 2. Doesn't get there. Marsden can't pull down the rebound. Robles does. Robles gets it to McLaughlin Williams. Enrique Garcia to Robles. McLaughlin Williams posting up. Shot clock is at 2. Shot clock is at 1. He throws it up, touches nothing. There's a shot clock violation. Roy Owen's going to come back into the ball game. I was just thinking a second ago. Seems a long time since we've seen Roy. Timeout has been called. The score, 64-52. Still looking as if this one is going to Bristol Academy Flyers. 3 minutes 17 left to play in regulation. There is still time, but if you're going to make up a 12-point deficit in 3 minutes 17 seconds, you can't trade baskets. Fives are back on the floor. Roy Owen is back out there, as is Lothier Ogunleye. That'll be the backcourt. Garcia. Enrique Garcia is out there as well. Carnegie have the basketball. Jack Stannard. Ajamobi gets it to Henry Wilkins. Wilkins goes to work. Kicks it back out. Lining up a 3-ball. Nebo. No. And Greg Street gets the defensive board, but then he has it knocked away. We're going the other way. Henry Wilkins in trouble. Ajamobi. No reset on the shot clock, so it's down to 12. Stannard, nice move. Henry Wilkins puts it up, knocks it down off the window. Wilkins to 12 personal. Back down to a 10-point ball game. Good hustle by Jack Stannard. And Carnegie get it back. Unsportsmanlike foul called on Roy Owen. Grabbed the shirt as Stannard looked to go past him. And that's an unsportsmanlike foul. That's the 3rd foul, I think. I'll confirm that for you. Yes, it is. On Roy Owen. And that is going to be 2 shots and possession. Jack Stannard could cut this back to 7. Well, in fact, better than that if they can get something with the possession. First one is good for Stannard. That's his first point of the ball game. Second one is up. He knocks that down in no time at all. Now it's an 8-point game. Carnegie have the ball. They need something off this possession. 2:20 left to play in regulation. Something for Carnegie off this possession again would make it very, very interesting. And Henry splits the defense. Ajamobi comes strong along the baseline. Off the window, jump ball, the arrow says. I think we're staying down at this end. Carnegie possession. Oh, dear. She pointed the arrow straight at me, which means I couldn't see which way it was aimed. Henry Wilkins has it. 2:11 left to play. Henry wraps around. Marsden works in the paint. Marsden get called for traveling. Wow, I thought he'd got the whistle. Called for traveling. Tried to lay a 360 on the defense. They say he got it wrong. So exactly 2 minutes to play now. 8-point ball game and a steal. Henry Wilkins flushes it for 2. We got us a 6-point ball game. 6-point ball game. Referees. Well, that's interesting. Anyway, timeout has been called. 64-58. Flyers on top. They lead by 6. They've led by 16. What a ball game. National Cup final for men. Bristol Academy Flyers against Leeds Carnegie. Carnegie trail by 6. Well, what a ball game this has been. What a day of basketball action this has been. Absolutely brilliant. We are down with 1:54 left to play in regulation in the men's final. 6-point ball game. And if you know the game, that's a 2-possession ball game. Crowd probably about split now. Carnegie fans versus Bristol Academy Flyers fans. On the ball, Robles gets it to Street, gets it back. Ajamobi defending Robles. And now lining up a 3-ball. It's no good. And Carnegie have the basketball. That miss by Doug McLaughlin-Williams. He's already hit 3 threes for his 9 points in this ball game. Missed out on a big one then. Ajamobi drives. Ajamobi still on the ball. Gets it back to Henry Wilkins. Shot clock is at 7. Henry Wilkins gets a whistle. And one! The basket is good! Foul, I think, called on. Not quite sure who it is. Must be Robles, I would have thought, but I will tell you in a second. Foul is called on Ogunleye. That's who the foul is on. That's his second. Henry Wilkins on the line for the extra 1. Gets it! What a ball game. Now we have got us a 3-point ball game with 1 minute 20 seconds left to play in regulation. Robles gets past Henry Wilkins. Wilkins gets back to cause him a few more problems. Robles drives, is no good, and the miss. The putback by Enrique Garcia ran around the rim, didn't go down. It's a 3-point ball game possession with Leeds Carnegie. They are down by 3. Henry Wilkins with the ball. Ajamobi sets himself up in the corner pocket. Henry Wilkins gets it to Ajamobi. Nice drop step. Henry has it. Puts it up for 3. Nothing but net for Henry Wilkins. Ties up the ball game at 64s with 37 seconds left to play. What an incredible ball game this one has been. Robles has the ball for the Flyers. And Carnegie fans finally making some noise in this place. Robles with the crossover. Robles working on Carnegie. And Wilkins steals the basketball from Robles. He is fouled. Wilkins will go to the line cause. Wow, the Flyers are in the penalty. There are 19.4 seconds left to play in regulation. Nobody's lined up, but that wasn't, as far as I know, an unsportsmanlike foul. Let's see. Henry knocks down the first. Carnegie have the lead. They haven't had the lead for a long time. Now the lineups are there. And Jack Stannard brings a message in for Henry Wilkins. 5 on the floor. Ajamobi, Stannard, Nebo, Henry Wilkins, and Robert Marsden. Wilkins puts it up. Doesn't get there. Carnegie have the basketball back. They have a 1-point lead. Foul called. That's on Ogunleye, we're going back to the line. That's the third foul on Ogunleye. Well, I don't want to jinx anything, but if Carnegie win this ball game, this is going to be one of the great comebacks in the history of D1 basketball. Henry Wilkins misses the first. Wow. Still a 1-point game, still 16.2 seconds. Whole lot of time that in basketball, as you no doubt know. Wilkins puts it up, misses the second. Who's got the basketball? The ball belongs to Bristol Academy Flyers. Timeout has been called. My goodness, which way is this one gonna go? I don't know. If Chris Finch was here and he was in the trailing position, he would take the ball to the rack with just about 1 second left. Let's see if that's what the call is from the Bristol Academy coach, Andreas Kapoulas. What a fantastic day's basketball action we've had. 14.5 seconds left to play. Possession to the Flyers. When we come back, they trail by 1. Wow! First man on the floor, Jack Stannard, the 5 on the floor for Carnegie. They are ready to go, still waiting for the Flyers to come out. Flyers blowing a lot of wind. Wow. This has been, well, I don't care who wins this. This has been a tremendous game of basketball. The action has gone from end to end. Both teams have had the upper hand depending on where you don't need to look on the score sheet. Robles will inbound. Robles is out there. Enrique Garcia. Ogunleye's out there. McLaughlin Williams and Greg Street. That's the 5. Who's coming for the ball? Broken up. Carnegie have the basketball. Carnegie have the basketball possession at the sideline. 11.1 seconds. Bristol Academy Flyers got that all wrong on that inbound. And the head coach, Kapoulas, is telling his guys to foul. They need to foul to stop the clock. My goodness. Foul is called on Ogunleye, I think. And by the strict letters of the law, no, who's it called? It's called on 13, so that must be Enrique Garcia. Which one's flashing? I'll let you know if I know. There's so much going on here. I have no idea who committed that foul. I do know that Carnegie is back on the line. They lead by 1. The foul was called on Enrique Garcia. It's his second on the line. Robert Marsden. Marsden misses the first. 10.1 second. The lineups come in now after they had the unofficial timeouts while Marsden took the first. Marsden going after the second now in the lineup. It's up. It's good. But a 3 will win it for Bristol. Do they have the bottle to aim for the 3? Street pushes. Street with a little crossover. Goes for the 2. It doesn't drop. Carnegie have the basketball. Carnegie win the ball game. Leeds Carnegie win the ball game. Bristol Flyers, who led by as many as 16 deep into the half, failed to win the ball game. This has been absolutely incredible. There is no other word for it. Incredible. Leeds Carnegie, down 16 at one point, have come back to win this one. The 2013 National Cup Final. It is their first championship at the top of D1 basketball. Absolutely sensational. Commiserations must go to Bristol Academy Flyers, but Carnegie simply played a better end game. No doubt about it. A better end game by Carnegie saw them win the ball game. Wow. No other words for it but wow. Well, this is our launch weekend on Mike, the official launch weekend, because we've been broadcasting for a while, but I knew this was going to be a special weekend, and I thought we'll make this our official launch, get stuff going, get some interviews online, and we have 3 great basketball games planned. Unfortunately, the snow defeated us on Friday night, Thank you, Mr. Jackson, who says it was the wrong kind of snow. It was definitely the wrong kind of snow for us. So we didn't get to do that broadcast. But we've been here since 1:30 this afternoon. In fact, we got here a lot earlier than that. And we've covered the 2 National Cup finals. Congratulations, first of all, to the City of Sheffield Hatters, who win their 16th National Cup final. And congratulations to Leeds Carnegie, who win their first. Henry Wilkins, come and sit down, my man. What about that, Henry Wilkins?
Well, it was a hell of a game, I'm exhausted.
Why did you guys allow yourself to get so far behind?
We wanted to make it interesting for the fans. It was getting a bit boring, so we made it fun. We made it interesting for the fans. No, they played a hell of a game. They really put a run on us in the third, towards the end of the third, and you know, we could have given up. We could have taken a foot off the gas, but we showed real heart, stayed in the game, and fought through to the end, man.
Well, there ain't no Carnegie games being given up at the moment. I've seen your games. Congratulations, because let me tell you this. I just mentioned this in the broadcast. Early in the game, Robert Marsden was carrying you guys. No doubt about it. Everything was coming through him. Armand and Nebo started the game like a train, but then Marsden came good. Towards the end of the game, man, you guys couldn't buy one until you took control. What was going through your mind personally?
Well, we just hit a bit of a slump, and I mean, the beauty of our team is we're so versatile and we've got so many weapons from all over the floor, so if one person's not firing, it's another person's turn to step up, and I just come late in the fourth, you know, it was my time to step up, and I took control.
Mind, you do owe him some, don't you? You do owe him. You've been a bit quiet at home, haven't you?
Oh man, yeah, he's been carrying us recently. I know
you've been in the slump.
He's with that 45-13 against Westminster. But hey, I mean, yeah, a hell of a player.
Excellent. Well, listen, congratulations. I was there at Manchester. That is your mum. Look, hang on.
Shout out to Mumsy, Claire Wilkins.
They're listening. It started there when we lost the commentary. Right? I didn't even know we'd lost the commentary. And then we rebooted and got it. And then they came back to say working perfectly. And your mum says, woo, thanks for the commentary. Such an exciting match. Man, you guys, it's just sensational. If you're going to win it, this is a great way to win it.
Absolutely. It's put us in a really good position for the remainder of the season. Like obviously, we've got the rest of the regular season coming up and the rest of the Bucks Championship. So, I mean, it's really trying to build some momentum into the end of the year.
And then, of course, you got the playoffs.
Exactly. And that's the big one, you know. That's the big one. This is great. This is awesome. This is a great accomplishment for us as a team, but that's the one we're really going for.